Good evening, everyone. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you to tonight's exciting edition of Payoff Pitch, the 1985 season replay. Today's date is July 11th, so it's 7/11/85. We are at Busch Stadium. Seems like we were just here. Oh, yeah, we were yesterday. The San Diego Padres come to town to play the St. Louis Cardinals. Much different game than yesterday. The Cardinals took on a Giants team that was pretty much near the bottom of the division. Now they play the Padres, who are near the top of the division of the National League West. The Padres come into this game at 46-38. The Cardinals are 45-36. They are right now pretty much a half game ahead of the Mets for the third spot in the division. Remember, top three make the playoffs in each division. I think we're going to have a good game today. We got two good pitchers, so this should be hopefully a much better game than yesterday's blowout was. But you never know here on a game of Payoff Pitch. Starting pitcher for the Cardinals tonight was John Tudor. He was 21-8 with a 1.93 ERA. He adds 10 to the tough roll. Probably would have gotten the Cy Young that year if it wasn't for Dwight Gooden of the Mets. Steeler fan 1933 joins us here at Busch Stadium. He is first through the turnstiles, and he will make sure all food and drink is distributed. Let's go to the top of the first inning against the Padres. I hope we'll have a better game than last night, but you never know. Leading off for the Padres will be second baseman Jerry Royster. Tudor is a lefty. Royster batted .298 against lefties in 85. Royster is at second base for this game. Let's get the game underway. Tudor's first pitch is a patient 76, and that's going to be a fly out to center field for out number one. Next batter up for the Padres, right fielder Tony Gwynn. Gwynn batted .288, 2 homers against lefties in 85. Tony Gwynn, Hall of Famer, and one of the best hitters ever in modern day baseball, if not all of baseball history. Mr. Padre, pitch from Tudor, and that is a tough 17. That's going to be a base hit for Tony Gwynn. That does say 07, but Tudor adds 10 to the tough roll, and that 7 would have been a strikeout, but a 17 is a base hit. Gwynn gets a single. That's where that tough roll can be a problem. Next batter for the Padres, first baseman Steve Garvey. Garvey batted .297, 9 homers against lefts. Gwynn does have a chance to steal. He's a 3+, which makes him a 4 his first time on base. There is a 4 on the dice. With so many strikeouts, though, Gwynn has a D-rated steal. Nieto is a 4, so his chances of stealing as a D4 be a normal chance. Normal's not bad, but so let's see. I want to see if Gwynn goes. Gwynn did have 14 stolen bases. So let's see if Gwynn goes. Don Tudor's hold rating's a 6. A 6 or lower on the 2D6, Gwynn goes. That's a 12. No way. Now Tudor gets a chance to pick him off. Tudor gets a chance to pick him off. Throws to first. 86 is too high. Gwynn gets back. So Gwynn stays at first base. Now I wonder about the hit and run. Steve Garvey doesn't strike out much against the lefty, and we're gonna try a hit and run with Tony Gwynn. Larry Harris joins us here at Busch Stadium. I don't do many hit and runs in Payoff Pitch, so we're gonna do one here. Hit and run chart is ready. Tudor with the pitch. That's a tough 85. That's going to be a ground ball to short. That's going to be a grounder to short. Steve Garvey's double play rating becomes a 6 with a hit and run. Tudor's becomes a 4. That's a 10. That is a 10 on the dice. That's a 10 on the dice, and it's higher than Tony Gwynn, and the throw's going to go to second to get Gwynn. Garvey will be safe at first. And there are 2 outs now, as the hit and run did not work. And that's just the fielder's choice. Next up for the Padres will be Kurt Bavacqua, another great baseball name. He's at third base for this game. Bavacqua bats .253 against lefties. Pitch from Tudor. That's a patient 37, and he walked him. Tudor goes ahead and walks Bavacqua. And now runners at first and second with 2 outs. And that will bring up center fielder Kevin McReynolds. Reynolds batting .260 against the lefties in 85. Tudor averaged 1.6 walks per 9. Didn't have many of them, but that's his first walk of the game. Can the Padres get a quick run here? Pitch from Tudor. And that is that's a tough 43, and that's going to be a pop out to first base, and the inning will end there. 1 hit for the Padres, that's all they get. We go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Padres in this game was left-hander Mark Thurmond. He was 7-11, 3.97 ERA. Not a bad pitcher. I really don't think he was that bad. 7-11, yeah, but anything under a 4 ERA is still considered pretty decent. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Vince Coleman. He is in left field for this game. Thurmond, of course, is a lefty. Coleman batted .237 against the lefties in 85. Here's the pitch from Thurmond, and that is an in-play 36, and it's a single for Coleman as he smacks that into center field, and he gets on base, and that's not who you want on base if you're the Padres. Coleman on first, and the batter will be Willie McGee. McGee batted .348 with 7 home runs against lefties. Coleman with a steal rating of 8. That's an 8. Coleman definitely will attempt to try to steal second. Hold rating is a 9. 9 or lower on the card. Coleman goes. It's a 10. He does not. Thurmond holds him, and Thurmond gets a chance to pick him off. And the throw goes to first. It's a 27, and he's safe. Coleman dives back to first base and gets back in time. So he'll stay at first. Now McGee's got to think of a possible hit and run, which I usually like to do if the runner gets on with a good steal rating. So now the hit and run will be on for the Cardinals with nobody out. Hit and run pitch, here it comes. And that is a defense check, 52. And that's going to be an error check to short. The ball is hit to Templeton. His error rating is a 3, and a 1 to 42 is an error. That is a 52. There won't be an error, and it's gonna be a line out. Holy cow! A line out right to him. Double play of A or B. He is a B. He throws to first to get Coleman. 2 outs. Oh, he lines out into the L6-3 with the hit and run. What a time for that to show up on the cards. 2 outs. Hit and run, great play by Templeton, who makes the line-out grab and throws to first to get Coleman. 2 outs. Next batter will be second baseman Tommy Herr. Herr bats .283 against the lefties. Pitch from Thurmond. That's a tough 68, and that's going to be a fly ball to right, and the inning will end there. Thurmond faces the minimum batters, but the Cardinals do get a hit. At the end of 1, still no score. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Padres will be catcher Terry Kennedy. He batted .259 against the lefties in 85. Tudor with the pitch. And that is a patient 77. That's a ground out to short. Easy played there by Ozzie Smith, out number 1. Next up for the Padres will be Carmelo Martinez. He is in left field for this game. Martinez batted .247, 8 homers against the lefties. And that is a tough 96. That's a fly out the left. Easy play, out number 2. The Cardinals originally won this game on this date 6-0. As you can see in the chat, I always post the historical score. Here's the shortstop. Gary Templeton made that great double play on a line out. Templeton batted .254 with a homer against lefties in 85. Pitch from Tudor. Tough 95. That's going to be a fly out the left as well. And a 1-2-3 inning. John Tudor probably would have won the Cy Young if not for Dwight Gooden that year. We go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Jack Clark. He is at first base for this game. Clark batted .324, 9 homers against lefties. Good, strong hitter. Pitch from Thurmond. And that starts with a tough 20, and that is a cold strike 3 on Clark. He will go back to the bench. First strikeout on Thurmond. He averaged 3.7 per 9. And that was a beautiful pitch by Clark, and he knows it. Next up for the Cardinals will be Tito Landrum. He gets the call today. Landrum is in right field. Van Slyke is not in the starting lineup for the Cardinals today. Although Van Slyke did play yesterday when I had the Cardinals do the Giants. Pitch from Thurmond. That's a tough 25. That's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Thurmond. Next up for the Birds, third baseman Terry Pendleton. Pendleton batted .228 against the lefties in 85. Pitch from Thurmond. And that's a tough 63, and it's a fly ball to right field. And that'll be put away by Gwynn. And Thurmond has a 1-2-3 inning. No score at the end of 2. Top of the third coming up. Mark Thurmond will bat. He does not have his own batting card, so he will use pitcher hitting card number 12. Pitch from Tudor, and that is a patient 48, and that's going to be a line drive hit right to short, right to Smith, who snares it. That's out number 1. Nice play by Smith on a well-hit ball by Thurmond. And here is Royster. Tudor's pitch. And that's a tough 31. And that's going to be a pop-up in the infield. That's going to be a pop-out to second base. That's out number 2. Two men down, and the batter now is Tony Gwynn. Gwynn, 1 for 1, got a single his last time up. Pitch from Tudor. That's an in-play 35, and Gwynn's going to belt his second base hit of the game. He hits that to center field. Gwynn will hold at first base this time. No steal attempt or anything. And it'll be up to Garvey to see if he can move him over a bit. 2 outs, no score. Tudor's pitch to Garvey. And that's a tough 89. That's going to be a ground out to short. And the throw's going to go to first to get Garvey. And the inning will end there. Tony Gwynn's got both of the Padre hits in the game, but it's still no scores. We go to the bottom of the third. Coming on to bat for the Redbirds will be shortstop Ozzie Smith, Hall of Famer, Wizard of Oz, among other things he's done. Bats .298 with 6 home runs against the lefties. Thurmond with the pitch. That's a tough 81. That's going to be a fly out to center field. And that's going to be caught by K-Mac. That's out number 1. Here's the catcher, Tom Nieto, batted .210 with no homers against lefts. Thurmond looking on, checks and deals. And it's a tough 43. That's going to be a ground ball right back to Thurmond. He'll toss it over to first for the second out. And that will bring up John Tudor. Tudor does have his own batting card. He batted .138 in 1985. Pitcher to pitcher. Here it comes. And that is a ballpark 57. Tudor's a lefty. That's going to be in play, though. In play 88 is an easy ground ball to second base. Throw goes to first, and another 1-2-3 inning for Thurmond. At the end of 3, still no score. We go to the top of the 4th inning in a rapidly moving ball game so far between 2 good baseball teams, with the Padres at 46-38 and the Cardinals 45-36. So both teams definitely in the playoff hunt as we approach the All-Star break. Kurt Bavacqua will lead it off for the Friars against Tudor. Pitch from Tudor. That's a tough 31. That's going to be a pop out to second base. That's out number 1. Pops that out to second. Here's K-Mac, Kevin McReynolds. He is 0 for 1. Tudor looking in. Here's the pitch to McReynolds. That's an in-play 61. That's going to be a fly ball to right field. That will be caught by Landrum. Second out. And here's Terry Kennedy. What a difference a game makes. The Cardinals were already pretty much ready to blitz the Giants. They blitzed them yesterday. Not today. Got a pitcher's duel. Pitch from Tudor. That's an in-play 96. Easy fly out to right. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Tudor. Nothing there for the Padres. A very quick top of the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Here's Thurmond. And he will deal with Vince Coleman, who will lead off for the Redbirds. Coleman's 1 for 1. He singled his last time up. Or should I say his first time up. Thurmond will pitch. And that is a ballpark 31. And he's batting from the right side. That's going to be in play for Coleman. And in play 89 is a ground ball to short. Throw goes to first. First out. Fans here at Busch Stadium trying to see who's going to break through first. Here is McGee. Thurmond with the pitch. And that's in play 99. And that's the easiest fly ball to left you'll ever get. Out number 2. As Carmelo Martinez just stood there and waited for the ball to fall in his glove. And now Tommy Herr. Herr is 0 for 1. Thurmond against Herr. There comes the pitch. And that's going to be an in-play 51. That's a ground ball right back to Thurmond. He's going to make another nice play on the mound. He tosses it to first, and that's the third out. Nothing across for the Cardinals. Still no score at the end of 4. Oh, I made a rhyme. We go to the top of the 5th. Carmelo Martinez will come up real quick. And he is 0 for 1. Both Tudor and Thurmond pitching very well. Kind of like, this was the kind of game I expected with these two. Pitch from Tudor. That's a defense 75. Error check to second base. The ball is hit to her. His error rating is a 3. 1 to 42 is an error. That's a 75. Her's got it. Tosses it over to first for the first out. Cardinals are a good fielding team. They have very good range in the field. One of the reasons why the Cardinals did win the National League pennant that year. Here's Gary Templeton. Tudor's pitch. That's a patient 94, and that's a fly ball to left. Coleman will get under that one. That's a second out. And the batter now will be Mark Thurmond. He uses hitting card number 12. Tudor with the pitch. And that is a tough 72, and of course that will be a strikeout. And that is strikeout number, believe it or not, that is strikeout number 1 for Tudor. Tudor averages 5.5 per 9. That is the first strikeout by Tudor. It is a 1-2-3 inning as that ends, as we're now halfway through the game. Halfway through, still no score. Like to remind you, this is what we got coming up here on RJL 518. Tomorrow, Inside Pitch Seasons travels to the year 1988. We will do game 1 of the World Series that year, the Kirk Gibson home run game, and that will be between the Athletics and the Dodgers. And then on tomorrow night on Payoff Pitch, we're actually going to go ahead 3 days. So today we're going to do 3 days worth. We're going to do 3 days worth of 10-minute ticker tonight, because tomorrow night will be July 14th. That is the last day of the first half of the season before the All-Star break. And Steeler fan, I know you'll be here for that, because the New York Mets will take on the Houston Astros. As we have that in Payoff Pitch, so I know Steeler fan will definitely be here tomorrow night for the Mets and the Astros. It will be Gooden versus Nepper. That's who the Astros had for that game tomorrow. So I know Steeler fan won't miss that game. So we have 3 days of 10-minute ticker we're going to do tonight. The 11th, the 12th, and the 13th. And then we'll do 1/14th for tomorrow night. And then we will have the All-Star break. And to let you guys know, yes, I am doing the All-Star game. And that game will be Saturday. And I'll tell you why. Meanwhile, so that's what we got coming up, guys, so don't miss it. Bottom of the 5th inning, Thurmond will pitch to Jack Clark. Thurmond pitching very well. Both pitchers doing a gem. Pitch from Thurmond. That's an in-play, 32. Clark belts that one into left field, and the Cardinals have their second hit of the game finally. First hit given up by Thurmond since the first inning. So Clark will go down to first, and that will bring up Landrum. Clark, a 2F steal rating, 6 on the dice, not going anywhere. Thurmond will get the pitch. Here it comes. That's an in-play again, 34. Landrum belts this one. That's going to be a single. A sharp liner that drops in front of the left field. Left fielder Clark will hold at second. And finally, the Cardinals have something going on. They are in business. They're going to go talk to Thurmond, tell him, hey, look, you're pitching well. Don't give it up right now. And here's Pendleton with runners at first and second. Nobody out. Nothing on the dice. So Thurmond will pitch to Pendleton. Here it comes. And that's a tough 29, and Pendleton gets a base hit. That's a single. Looks like the Cardinals have finally broken through. It's a ball blooped into right field. Jack Clark coming around third. He will score. Clark gets in there. Landrum has to hold at second. He will stay there, but the Cardinals finally break through. It's 1-0 for the Redbirds. Third straight Cardinal hit. As Busch Stadium finally gets some cheers going on, here's Ozzie Smith with runners at first and second and nobody out. Thurmond's fatigue inning is the 6th. We'll see if he can make it there. Thurmond will pitch to Smith. And that is a ballpark 46. That's going to be a in play for Smith. In play 31. That's a single. Smith smacks that one. That's another base hit. It's a line drive into center field. Landrum coming around third. He will score. Pendleton got good speed. He will make third. And it's now 2-0 Cardinals. As stadium cheers. Yay! That's the 4th straight hit over Thurmond. And now the Padres have action in the bullpen. Runners at the corners. Here's Nieto. Let's see. Padres are going to call the infield in and try to prevent the run from scoring. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. The Cardinals are finally breaking through. Pitch from Thurmond. That's an in play, 55. And it will be a ground ball to third. That is a 12, which means we're going to have a play at the plate, I believe, on an infield in. And we do. We roll all 4 dice and refer to the infield in play at home chart. And I will roll the dice instead of draw. And that is a 6. Let's see what we get here. That's a 6. Compare the 2d6 total to the runner's run rating. If equal to or less than the run rating, the runner is safe. Batter is safe at first, and other runners advance run base. That is a 6. Pendleton is a 7. He will score. They throw home not in time on the infield in. Smith will hold at second base, and Nieto goes to first. It's 3-0 Cardinals. And that does go as a base hit. Five straight hits by the Cardinals. The batter now is the pitcher, John Tudor. He will hit. And now Thurmond will definitely not be pitching the 6th inning after this one. And they'll see if they can get out of the inning at least. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch to Tudor. And that is a defense 06. Nope, that's not going to do it. That's an error check to first base. The ball is hit to Garvey. His error rating is a 5, a 1 to 22. That's a 6. It's an error. And that's going to be a 1-base error. As the ball is hit to Garvey, it handcuffs him, and he's not going to get to first in time. That is an E3, and suddenly now the Padres are absolutely falling apart. First error on the Padres. 5 base hits and an error. I get 4 innings of perfect pitching baseball. Now we get this. And here's Vince Coleman. Bases loaded. Padres are just going to stay back this time and just call for a double play if they can get it. Although Vince Coleman's very hard to double up. They're just going to play for the out. As the Padres are seeing quickly that this game is definitely disappearing. Thurmond's going to stay out there. Vince Coleman does worse against lefties than he does against rights. Still nobody out. There's the pitch from Thurmond. That's a tough 26, and he got him swinging. Struck him out. Big strikeout. Strikeout number 3 for Thurmond as he finally gets an out. And here's Willie McGee. Thurmond will pitch to him. Doesn't matter what arm's on the mound with McGee. McGee bats over pretty much 350 no matter what arm is. So Thurmond will pitch to McGee. 1 out. Here is the pitch. And that's going to be a tough 59. And McGee just misses a hit. That's going to be a ground ball to Thurmond. McGee's double play rating is an is a 5. Thurmond's a 7. That's a 7. Thurmond is going to throw. Is there no? Can he? The ball is hit to Thurmond. Should got a chance at a play at the plate. But Thurmond's going to throw to second to get Tudor. Smith will come in to score. 2 outs, and McGee goes to first. So that is a fielder's choice, but a run does score as the Padres are going to just go ahead and get the out. Give up the run. It's now 4-0 Cardinals. And the batter will be Tom Herr. Runners at the corners, 2 outs now. Thurmond just trying to get the inning over. McGee with a 6- steal rating, not going anywhere. Thurmond will pitch. And that's an in-play 60. He will get out of the jam. That's a ground ball to third. And the throw is going to go to first to get her. And the inning finally ends. Wow, what an inning. 4 runs on 5 hits by the Cardinals. 1 error and a fielder's choice. At the end of 5, 4-0 Redbirds. Tough inning, tough way to go for Thurmond to end it. Tough inning for him to get knocked out of the game. We go to the top of the 6th. Jerry Royster leads off for the Padres. Tudor has a fatigue inning of 9, so he can definitely go the distance with no problem. Pitch from Tudor, and that's a patient 63, and it's a base hit by Royster. He smacks a single into left. Royster holds it first. Now, can the Padres do anything against Tudor? Here's Gwynn. Gwynn is 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles. Royster holding at third base. No strat roll. I don't do strats. I don't do strat checks at payoff pitch unless the tying run is on deck. Other than that, we're not going to do anything. Tudor's pitch. And that is a tough 63. That's going to be a ground ball to third. Gwynn's double play rating's a 7. Tudor's a 6. That's a 4. You know what that is. Third base to second base to first base. Double play. Two outs. And now here's Garvey. Tudor will pitch to Garvey. And that is a tough 54. And that's a ground ball to first. That'll be taken care of by Clark. He'll take it himself, tag the bag, and end the inning there. No runs for the Padres on a hit. It's still 4-0 Cardinals. New pitcher coming in as Thurmond is now fatigued with over 3 runs allowed in his fatigue inning. Let's see who the Cardinals have up next. They got Jack Clark leading off. We'll probably see a right-hander from the Padres. And they're going to go with Roy Lee Jackson. 2-3, 2.70 ERA. Roy Lee Jackson will pitch. Just suddenly joined the Padres on July 9th. So we actually joined the team only a couple of days ago. Jackson will pitch to Clark here to start the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. And that's an in-play, 88. It's a ground out to short, out number 1. Clark will head back to the bench. And a chance for Tito Landrum. Landrum is 1 for 2, singled his last time up. Jackson with the pitch. And that's a defense 82. That should be all right. Error check to first base. Again, Garvey is called upon to make an error. His error rating is a 5, a 1 to 22. But that's an 82. Garvey's got it. He tosses it to Jackson, covering the bag. That's out number 2. And that's a G3-1. And now the batter is Pendleton. Pendleton singled also his last time up. He is also 1 for 2. Pitch from Jackson. And that's an in play, 48. And it is a line drive right to second. Royster makes the play. And a 1-2-3 inning for Jackson. At the end of 6, still 4-0 favor of the Cardinals. Top of the 7th. Kurt Bavacqua will bat for the Friars. Bavacqua is 0 for 1. Tudor pitching a gem. Here it comes. That's a tough 92. It's a ground ball to short. Smith will throw him out. That's out number 1. And here's Kevin McReynolds. Tudor did not allow any runs in the actual game. Cardinals originally won that game 6-0. Right now they have a 4-0 lead. So Tudor is doing what he did. Pitch from Tudor. That's an in play, 43, and it's a pop out to flirt to first base. Clark will get to that one. That's out number 2. Two outs, and now Kennedy. Kennedy 0 for 2. Tudor's only given up 3 hits in the game. Pitch to Kennedy. And that is a ballpark 11. That's going to be in That's going to be in Kennedy's wheelhouse. That should be a hit. A 17. Well, it's more than a hit. Kablooey. That ball is hit high. That ball is deep. And it is gone. Terry Kennedy, solo home run off of Tudor. He belts a solo shot into center field. As he got a hold of that one, Tudor pitched him a meatball, and Kennedy turned it into lasagna. It's 4-1 now. Here's Carmelo Martinez. Martinez is 0 for 2. Still 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Tudor, and that's a tough 11, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that ends the inning. That's only the second strikeout by Tudor. 1 run on a solo home run by Kennedy. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing your take me out to the ball game. It's 4-1 Cardinals. I will be right back. We go to the bottom half of the seventh inning. Roy Lee Jackson, I think, is going to continue to pitch for the Padres. Here's Ozzie Smith. He'll lead off for the Cardinals. Can you guys hear me? I'm getting no reaction from the chat. So can you guys hear me at all? Somebody say something. Unless, of course, you guys are all doing something and you're just listening. Here's the pitch from Jackson. And that's going to be an in-play 79, and that's a fly out to center. Easy play there made by K-Mac. It's out number 1. Next batter is Tom Nieto. He singled his last time up as well. Jackson will pitch. And that is a defense check, 56. It's an error check to short. The ball is hit to Templeton. His error rating is a 3. 1 to 42 is an error. That's a 56. Great play by Templeton. He throws to first for out number 2. And since nobody is in, oh, okay, just wondering. Just want to know if you guys were hearing me. That's all. I mean, I just told Steeler fan that his Astros are playing my Mets tomorrow, and he doesn't give me a response. Matt. John Tudor will bat against Roy Lee Jackson. The Cardinals are going to keep him up there. Why not? He's pitching a gem, so Tudor will stay there. Pitch from Jackson, and that's a ballpark 90 that's going to be in play for Tudor. In play 25. Nope, that's a pop out to short, and the inning is over. A 1-2-3 inning for Jackson. And at the end of 7, it is 4-1 Cardinals. I sometimes wonder that either people don't hear me or something like that. I had one time where I had a lot of stuff going on, and I absolutely completely lost the chat somehow. I don't know. But I'm glad you're hearing me, Larry. You keep on playing Status Pro. We go to the top of the 8th. Tudor is going to stay out there, and Gary Templeton will lead off for the Friars. Templeton is 0 for 2. Pitch from Tudor. That's a tough 79. It's a fly out to center field. That'll get taken care of by McGee. We'll see a pinch hitter for Jackson as Jackson's coming out. So it's still the 8th inning, so I got to see if I go the most at bats against the lefty. And that is going to be Greg Nettles. Greg Nettles will bat against John Tudor. He had 97 at bats against left-handers, so that automatically gives him the nod with 1 out. Here's Tudor's pitch to Nettles, and that is a tough 28, and that is a swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Tudor. He is just chugging along. The batter now is Jerry Royster with 2 outs. Pitch from Tudor. That's a tough 98. It's a fly out to left, and that will end the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for John Tudor. He is awesome tonight. 4-1 Cardinals at the end as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Vince Coleman leads off for St. Louis. We got 3 straight switch hitters coming up. So let's see who they want to bring out. And I think they're going to go with a lefty, and they will. Coming on to pitch for the Friars will be Craig Lefferts. 7-6, 3.35 ERA. He'll do the pitching against Vince Coleman here on the bottom of the 8th inning. His job is simple, keep it a 4-1 game. Michael Peterson joins me here at Busch Stadium. Here's the pitch from Lefferts. And that's going to be a patient 49. That's a base hit for Coleman. That's a single. He smacks that one into right field. Coleman will hold it first. Second hit of the game for Coleman. 9 on the dice, 8 on a steal rating. He will not go. And the batter will be Willie McGee. Then again, you're ahead by 3 runs, and you got McGee batting. Coleman on it first. Here's the pitch from Lefferts. And that's a patient 96. That's going to be a fly out to left field. That's caught by Martinez. Out number 1. Coleman stays at first base. Now, if he wants to steal, he can, but you're up by 3 runs. You got Tommy Herr batting. I think you'll just, well, it's got an 8. Let's see here. I'm going to let Herr bat. Normally, I'll keep Coleman. You're ahead by 3 runs. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep Coleman on there. I'm not trying to steal. So Herr will bat. I still don't know about the DH for 2021, huh? No, I'm not going to do a hit and run. Although, why not? Michael Peterson suggests hit and run, even though you got a 3-run lead. Why not? Hit and run is on. And that's going to be a tough 89, and that's a ground ball to short. Now, on a hit and run, double plays are right down. So a double play, so her double play rating becomes a 3, and that is an 8. That 8 is lower than Vince Coleman's run rating, which is a 9. Coleman will make it to second. The throw goes to first. That's out number 2. So that does put Vince Coleman at second base. And that's my rule, that if the die roll beats both the batter and the pitcher, if the die roll is lower than the run rating on first base, he makes it to second, besides it being an automatic advancement on 11 or 12. That's a rule I put in there. Here's Jack Clark with a runner on second. So Michael Peterson says hit and run. Okay, not bad. It does get the runner into scoring position. Coleman will score on anything. So Clark will bat. Here's the pitch from Lefferts. And that's going to be a tough 15, and it's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Lefferts does not let the run to score, although the Cardinals did get a hit. At the end of 8, 4-1 Cardinals. Will we see some 9th inning magic? I got to do something to allow more hit and runs in payoff pitch. I rarely do them, mostly because there's no strategy role I follow. Plus, on hit and runs, if there's a strikeout, the runner on first in payoff pitch, on a hit and run, the runner on first base, if it's a strikeout, is a dead duck. It becomes a pour no matter how quick he is. Got to think of a rule to change on that. Can't be that on a hit and run, he's going hard. I just can't see him a great base runner, even if it's a strikeout. All right, he has a poor chance of stealing the base. Might have to do something with that. Anyway, top of the 9th inning, 4-1 Cardinals. Tony Gwynn leads off for the Padres. Tudor will pitch. He is not fatigued. He will try to get the complete game, although the Cardinals bullpen is ready in case. Pitch from Tudor. That's a tough 81. That's a fly out to center field. That's out number 1. Fans here at Busch Stadium would love to see Tudor get the complete, go the distance. Steve Garvey is next. Tudor looking on. Pitch to Garvey. And that's a tough 43. And that will be a pop-up. And the infield. Shortstop. Smith calling for it. Out number 2. 2 down. And the last chance for the Padres is Kurt Bavacqua. Yes, he has a plus 10 right there on the tough rolls. Tudor will pitch to Bavacqua. Fans are at Busch Stadium on their feet. Here is the pitch. And that is a ballpark 65. That's going to be in play. In play, 49 is a ground ball to first base. Up with it is Clark. He will run to first, tags the bag. That's your game. Cardinals beat the Padres tonight 4-1. Final line score coming up, and then 10-minute ticker. For the Cardinals, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. For the Padres, 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error. John Tudor gets the win. He goes the distance. Mark Thurmond takes a hard luck loss. On the only inning he had a problem was the 5th inning, where he gave up 4 runs on 5, where there were 4 runs on 5 hits. Other than that, Thurmond pitched beautifully the rest of the game. So a 4-1 win here for the Cardinals. They get a big win over a good Padres team. And don't go away. 10-minute ticker coming right up. So here is how we're going to do 10-minute ticker tonight. We're going to do 3 days worth of 10-minute ticker. The 11th, the 12th, and the 13th. Tomorrow's game is the New York Mets at the Houston Astros. I know Steeler fan will not miss that game. It'll be Dwight Gooden against Bob Knepper. And then, yes, you can see it right there. I will be taking on, then, of course, that's Wednesday. Tomorrow, of course, is the 23rd. I will not be streaming on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Not because of, just because I don't want to bother anybody's holidays. So I will not be streaming on Thursday or Friday. I will be doing the All-Star game, and I will be doing that Saturday. I will do the 1985 All-Star game with the rosters that were used in that game. Although I may make a couple of changes, but we'll see. So I will be doing that. So no, I'm not streaming Thursday or Friday. Saturday I will stream. Sunday I'm going to take the day off again for the All-Star break, and then I'll return for the 85 return on the 18th, and I got Kansas City taking on Baltimore on that game. Inside pitch tomorrow, we're doing the 1988 World Series Game 1. As we do inside pitch seasons, we'll have that between the Dodgers and the A's. And I haven't chosen the 1989 game yet. Actually, I already have. The 1989 season game is going to be the earthquake game. The game that should have been played during the earthquake. So that'll be the 1989 inside pitch seasons game as I now move forward to the next one and gone. Anyway, let's get to some 10-minute ticker action. We're going to do 3 10-minute ticker days. We already know the Cardinals beat the Padres. Let's see how we go. White Sox, Baltimore. That's a 10. White Sox get that win, 9-6. Toronto at California, 6 a win for the Blue Jays, 3-2. Kansas City, they beat the Cleveland Indians 4-1. With a 9, that is Detroit beating Minnesota 12-9. Texas and the Yankees, that's a 6. The Yankees win that game 10-5. Milwaukee against Oakland, that is a 10. That's a win for the Athletics, 9-5. The A's are playing very well. Boston taking on Seattle. That's an 8. That's a win for the Mariners, 9-0. They are also playing well. Philadelphia taking on Atlanta. That's an 8. A win for the Braves. They get a rare win, 6-0 over the Phillies. Dodgers and the Cubs. Cubs win 7-5. Montreal taking on Cincinnati. That's a 7. The Reds get a 6-1 win. New York Mets taking on Houston. That's a 5. My Mets get the win, 8-0 on the Astros. And I know Steeler fan will say it's rigged. San Francisco taking on Pittsburgh. That's an 8. The Pirates get that win, 9-8. I will reshuffle and use this deck for the third day. Let's now go to July 12th. Chicago White Sox taking on Baltimore. That's an 8. That's a win for the Orioles, 9-6. Toronto taking on California. Blue Jays get the win, 5-3. Kansas City at Cleveland. Royals get the win, 3-1, as the Royals are trying to get back into this. They're not out of it, but it doesn't look good. Of course, I will show you what the standings are at the All-Star break. Minnesota taking on Detroit. That's a 2, a win for the Twins. They continue to lead the American League West, 8-1. Texas taking on the Yankees. That's a win for the Rangers, 8-3 on the Yankees. Milwaukee taking on Oakland. That's a 7. It's a win for the Athletics, 4-2. Boston against Seattle. That's an 8. That's a win for the Mariners, 9-7. Here's Philadelphia against Atlanta. That's a 9. Braves beat the Phillies, 6-5. Again, they beat the Phils. Los Angeles taking on the Cubs. That's an 11. Cubs win, 14-9. Montreal taking on the Reds. A 10. The Expos win it, 3-2. The Expos continue to have the best record in the league. Mets taking on the Astros. That's a 5. A win for my Mets, 4-3. San Francisco taking on Pittsburgh. That's a 9. A win for the Pirates, 6-4. San Diego at St. Louis. That's a 4. Padres get a little revenge, 5-0. And now we'll move on to July 13th. We will do that date. Chicago White Sox taking on Baltimore. That's a 4, a win for the White Sox, 6-0. Toronto against California. That's a 5. Blue Jays win another one, 8-0 on the Angels. Kansas City taking on Cleveland. Indians win that game, 8-6. Minnesota taking on Detroit. That's a 5, a win for the Twins, 10-8. The Twins continue to play well. Texas and the Yankees. That's a 7. Yankees win it, 6-2. Milwaukee against Oakland. That's a 9. The Athletics continue to play well, 6-1 on the Brewers. Boston against Seattle. That's a 5. Red Sox get the win there, 8-1. Philadelphia taking on Atlanta. Phillies win that game, 9-6. Los Angeles taking on the Cubs. That's a Dodger win, 5-0. Montreal against Cincinnati. That's a 5. Expos win it, 1-0. New York Mets at Houston. Can my Mets win 3 in a row? That's a 7. Yes, they do. 2-1. They go for a sweep tomorrow night on the board. San Francisco taking on Pittsburgh. That's a 6, a win for the Giants, 9-1. San Diego taking on the Cardinals. That's a 5. Padres win that one, 6-4. So 3 good days of 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Well, not much of a crowd tonight, but that's okay. I hope everybody will catch the replay. Michael Peterson, Larry Harris, Steeler fan, 1933. Thank you for joining me tonight for Payoff Pitch. Tomorrow again, Inside Pitch Seasons. Game 1 of the 1988 World Series between the Athletics and the Dodgers. I'm going to play the Kirk Gibson home run game. And tomorrow night on Payoff Pitch, New York Mets against the Astros. The final game of before the All-Star break. So I hope you'll join us then. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you tomorrow. It was the Cardinals over the Padres tonight, 4-1. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.